Hi peeps, welcome to my channel. My name is Janet. Today I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how you can get yourself into a shoulder stand in the future. So obviously with the shoulder stand, the benefits of doing one is that it definitely activates your core and glute, but on top of that, it's really a great distressor. When you think about having yourself in a stressful moment, all the blood flow basically goes out of your brain and into the body because it's ready for sort of the fight and flight mode. And if you spend your whole day like that stress, obviously there's not a lot of blood flow going into the brains, which the brain needs to nourish it and also to keep it calm, and it goes into that body. So the whole point of doing an inversion in yoga generally, or in any other sorts of exercises, is to send the blood and oxygen back to where it needs to be. On an added bonus, having inversions in your life means that you will actually keep yourself quite youthful, as blood flow into the face will keep that nourishment happening and regeneration of the skin. So let's get started on how we can get there. First thing, if you're brand new to the shoulder stand and you want to stick to a level 1, all inversion means is you're hanging upside down, where the legs are above the head and you're sending the blood flow down through the gravity into the top of your body. So if you don't want to go into a full shoulder stand to start off with, lying up against a wall or on the bed and sticking your feet up against the wall is the perfect option for a level 1 inversion, which is what I start with in my classes most of the time for my beginners. If you sort of scoot close to your wall in a more elegant way than this, lie all the way down, pop your feet up, and there we go. That's all you need to do. Helps you to distress. Close your eyes a little bit, hold it there for a good 30 seconds, and maybe start to increase that time frame as you get more and more used to that. Sometimes when you first start, it feels like a little bit of a head rush because it's the first time you're bringing so much oxygen into that brain and might not like it. All right, so now you've done this and you want to know, how do I get into my yoga shoulder stands? So maybe you start to bring the feet up against the wall, right? And then we're going to start to just lift the hips up there. See how that feels, right? Getting that sensation. You're getting definitely a more rush of that oxygen, right? And then the next step I would say is take the feet up. Now you're going to start to bring the hands to your lower back. Let me tuck myself in here. And you're going to support your lower back with your elbows a little bit, right? At the start of a shoulder stand, you will probably need to have your hands supporting you and then taking your feet up the wall. If you're uncomfortable with on a flat floor, you can do this on the bed where you feel like there's a bit more cushioning. And then I would get people to start taking their feet off the wall one at a time. Practice that for a little bit. And then see how the other leg feels coming off, just because you want it to be evenly strong in both legs. Right, so you've conquered that, you've done that a few times throughout the week, and you're feeling a bit more confident and you want to start to take it into the next level. So I would take one foot off the ground or off the wall and then take the other leg. Right, and then you might be on a slight angle like this, which is a little bit of a safer option to have your legs into angle position rather than straight up. Straight up is quite a bit of load on your elbows. Right, then eventually over time, once this is comfortable, you start to just pull your belly button into the spine. You tuck your bum under and you start to lift a little bit higher. All right, and then you go a little bit higher each time. Take your time, and then you start to come up into your full shoulder stand. At some point in your journey, you will need to maybe take it to the next level if you want. Somewhere along the journey, you might decide you're strong enough to start to release a hand down to the ground, and then the other hand. And then you're in your full shoulder stand here. Right, support it, lower it back down. Always have the wall there, so you always have something to attach onto. And then slowly let your body scoop all the way through. And hug the knees in. Right, I find at the start when you're first doing it, if you don't engage your whole entire body, it feels like all the weight is going into the back of the neck and into the throat. So you need to think about someone lifting your feet up towards the roof to make yourself nice and high. And then the other thing to sort of watch out for is making sure when you start to go into that shoulder stand, your spine is completely straight. So a lot of times, obviously if you're watching this video and you're trying it out, watch it first, then try it, rather than trying to watch it and do it at the same time, because your head will be naturally skewed like this, but you actually want the head to be straight. Chin tucks into the chest, pull out the back of the neck, and slowly rise. So always think about keeping a nice straight spine before you get into the shoulder stand. And take your time, right? As you build up your strength in other exercises that you might do, in your core and your glutes, that body will start to feel a little bit easier to lift because you know how to engage it. So take your time. Remember, if you can't go all the way into your full shoulder stand at the start, try it against the wall with one leg off, then the other, or just hold yourself against a wall and get that full benefit anyway. Hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. If you have, please definitely like the video, subscribe to help my small channel grow, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.